Okay, so have you ever been in that spot, where you're like, maybe not literally on your knees like in a movie or anything, but you've got that quiet moment, hands clasped, maybe even whispering this huge hope for something.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, winning the lottery wouldn't be bad, or that dream trip without maxing out the credit card, and then uh,
Nothing?
crickets,
Yeah. Mm.
just the dog snoring and this feeling like your wish got lost somewhere out there. Like, did the universe even get the memo? You know what I mean?
It's funny how we all seem to have that same experience, right? You put it out there into the void,
Yeah.
hoping for something to shift, and it's like, well, did it even send?
Exactly. And it's not like we're not trying, right? There
Yeah.
are so many approaches out there, prayer, manifestation, vision boards, you name it, but it's like we're missing a piece of the puzzle.
Like we're all speaking different languages trying to order a pizza in Mandarin,
Hmm.
when all you know is where's the bathroom.
That's a great analogy because I actually went on a bit of a research spree myself, dug into ancient texts like the Bible, Quran, Bhagavad Gita, even pulled out my dusty copy of the Tao Te Ching from college. And you know what I realized? It's not about making the prayers louder or fancier. It's about something much simpler.
Almost like we're overcomplicating things.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
making it this big dramatic production when it could be a simple conversation. So today we're going to get to the bottom of this. How to actually make those connections work. Forget the begging and the endless repetition. There's a better way. And it's all about understanding how to communicate.
It's like tuning into the right frequency instead of just blasting static.
Exactly. And that brings me to what I've started calling the prayer trap. It's that feeling of yelling into a void. We pray for health, for financial stability, even just for the strength to get through the day. We've all been there. But then you look around and with billions of people praying, why is there still so much suffering?
Right. It almost feels like we've been given an incomplete set of instructions, like trying to assemble furniture from a kit with missing parts.
It's like the cosmic customer service line just keeps you on hold forever.
And maybe that serves a purpose. Maybe that feeling of need keeps us reliant on certain institutions or belief systems that promise solutions.
That's an interesting perspective. I hadn't thought of it that way. But what if instead of just placing orders, we're meant to have a dialogue?
A back and forth, a real connection.
Yeah, like a chat with the universe or whatever you want to call it. But here's the thing, if we're speaking different languages, how can we expect to understand each other?
It's about more than just the words themselves. It's about the energy, the intention behind them.
Which brings me to what I call the big lie, the idea that words alone hold the magic. I even went through a phase of watching those manifestation videos. The ones with the guy in the turtleneck who promises you'll be rich if you just repeat affirmations enough?
Oh, yeah, seen those.
So there I was in my tiny apartment chanting, I am wealthy, I am wealthy. My cat even looked concerned, and guess what? My bank account remained tragically unchanged.
It's appealing, isn't it? The idea that there's a secret code, a magic phrase that unlocks everything.
Totally. But it's a trap
Yeah.
because it makes you think the power is external when really it's all about what's happening internally.
Your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, that's the real source.
It's like I was shouting for a new job, but deep down I didn't believe I deserved it. So of course nothing changed.
You're sending mixed signals. You're basically telling the universe, I want this, but I don't believe I can have it.
And the universe is like, okay then.
It's like planting a seed and then immediately digging it up to see if it's sprouted.
Exactly. So the real magic happens when there's alignment between your desires and your belief.
When you truly believe that what you want is already yours.
That's when things start to shift. And it's not about some mystical mumbo jumbo. It's more like a spiritual science, a set of principles that govern how we create our reality.
Principles that are available to everyone.
Yeah. And I found 3 key insights in the Bible that completely changed my game. Are you ready for this?
Hit me with them.
Okay. Secret number 1. Believe it's already yours. This comes straight from Mark 11.24. It says, therefore, I say to you, whatever things you ask when you pray, believe that you receive them and you will have them. Sounds simple, right? But I used to totally miss the point.
How so?
Well, I'd make a request and then spend the next few weeks worrying about whether it would happen, drowning in doubt.
You were focused on the lack instead of the having.
Exactly. And it's not about just politely asking and hoping for the best. It's about that deep inner knowing that what you want is already on its way.
It's about shifting your mindset from wishing to receiving.
Right. So I started putting this into practice. When I wanted a raise, I didn't just ask for it and then complain about my job. I actually visualized the conversation with my boss. I imagined seeing the extra money in my bank account. I even started planning how I would spend it.
You were embodying the feeling of already having it.
And guess what? A few weeks later, my boss calls me in and offers me a raise. Now, maybe it was a coincidence, but it felt different. There was a certainty I hadn't experienced before.
Because you had already accepted it as your reality.
Okay, secret number 2. Go inside, not outside. This one comes from Matthew 6.6. But you, when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. I used to think this was about literally hiding in a closet.
That's right. But it's about going inward.
Exactly. It's about shutting out the distractions and connecting with that inner space where your true power resides.
Your inner sanctuary.
Yes. And the amazing thing is that what you cultivate in that inner space starts to manifest in your external world.
Yeah.
I've experienced this firsthand. You know, my neighbor has a fondness for karaoke.
Ah, yes, a universal experience.
One night it was particularly loud, and instead of getting annoyed, I decided to close my eyes and go inward. I started visualizing my dream job at the time, writing for a major magazine. I could feel the satisfaction of creating those articles, the excitement of seeing my name in print. I completely immersed myself in that reality.
You created a powerful mental blueprint.
And you know what? About a month later, I got an email out of the blue from an editor I had met years before offering me a chance to write for their publication. It felt like magic.
It's not magic. It's the power of focused intention.
All right, ready for secret number 3? Stop repeating yourself. This one comes from Matthew 6.7. And when you pray, do not use vain repetitions as the heathens do, for they think that they will be heard for their many words. This one was a game changer for me.
In what way?
Well, I used to think I had to repeat my prayers over and over again, like I was reminding the universe what I wanted. It was exhausting.
It's like you thought the universe had a short attention span.
Exactly. But it turns out it's not about the quantity of words, it's about the quality of the feeling behind them. I've seen so many people mindlessly reciting prayers or chanting affirmations without any real belief behind them.
Their actions contradict their words.
Totally. It's like they're praying for abundance while clinging to scarcity. It's not going to work. So I started focusing on the feeling instead of the words. One particularly stressful week, I simply closed my eyes and focused on the feeling of calmness for just a few moments. And you know what? It completely shifted my energy. I felt more grounded, more peaceful.
You tapped into the power of your inner state.
Exactly. And that's where the real magic happens. So to sum it all up, effective prayer or intentional creation is about aligning your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions with your desires. It's about shifting from a place of needing to a place of already having.
It's about recognizing the power within you.
So here's my challenge to you, the listener. Next time you want something big or small, try this approach. Close your eyes, visualize what you want, feel the reality of it, and believe that it's already yours.
Yeah.
Then state your intention once clearly and with conviction and let it go.
Start small. Build your confidence, experiment, and see what happens.
Exactly. And remember, the universe isn't judging you on how many words you use or how fancy your rituals are. It's responding to the energy you're putting out.
So be mindful of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions.
Because they're creating your reality.
And who knows, maybe the universe has been waiting for you to figure this out all along.
The power has always been within you. You just have to learn how to use it.